Hello, this short video will show you how to do a mutate data action. In particular, we're going to be splitting a string of text. We're going to be doing this in a spreadsheet using formulas. Okay, let's go ahead and get started then. So here I have data that I would like to work with. It is information on home healthcare agencies across the United States. My first example that I want to show you is how to pull off the area code from the phone number. The phone number is the area code, then 3 digits, and then 4 digits. So the area code is the first 3 digits of the phone number here. We're going to accomplish this using the left function. So equal left. The field that I want to work with is phone, and I want to pull the first 3 digits. So this right here, 3, just indicates how many digits from the left side would you like to retrieve. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you how to implement this then. The first thing I want to do is name this field. So I'm going to do that under my data, named ranges, and I will call this phone. So now that field has a name. Next, I would like to insert a column right next to the phone here, and this will be the field area code. Okay, now that I'm ready to use my formula, I'm going to type equal left. I want to use phone is where I'm pulling this from. So again, that's the named range that I gave it, and then I want 3 characters. So again, this is going to pull the first 3 characters from the left side of the phone number. And that should be 334. That looks like it worked correctly. If I pull that down, check the next one, 205. That looks good. If I double click this in the lower right hand corner, that'll copy down or fill that formula all the way down for all of the records in your data table. 786. That looks like it worked then. So that's a simple way of obtaining the area code off of a phone number. Okay, next then, let's do a slightly more complicated example. And that is going to be that I would like to pull off the state from the mailing address. So I want the characters AL here. Or if I go down a ways, I want the characters CA from this one. This looks like it's in California. Okay, so this is going to be a multi-step mutate action. So let's go ahead and consider what needs to be done here. The first thing I need to do is find that first comma in the mailing address. Okay, that first comma separates the street address from the town. Then I need to find the second comma, which is going to bring me up to this location. Once I'm at that second comma, all I need to do then is just grab the next 2 characters here. So again, the steps are find the first comma, which I'm going to use the find function to do that. This 1 here just indicates where do you want me to start searching. In finding the second comma, what I want to do is to go to the location of the first comma and then continue searching until I find another comma. And then the last thing to do is to simply get the next 2 characters. Looks like I have a typo there. Get the next 2 characters after that second comma. So I'm going to use the mid function to accomplish that. Okay, let's go ahead and implement then these 3 steps. First thing I need to do is give this named range. So let's call this mailing address. Okay, I want to do an insert here, and I'm actually going to need to insert 3 things because this involves 3 steps. The first thing that I need to do, again, step 1, is to find the first comma. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to use equal find. What would you like to find? That's going to be a comma. The second argument is what field do you want me to work with? And that's going to be mailing address. And the third argument then is where do you want me to start searching, okay, for that comma? And I want you to start searching at the first character, so at the left side of this. So this is going to just, the find function is going to go through here. It's going to keep looking, keep looking, keep looking, and it's going to find that comma right there. And what it's actually going to return is just the position of that comma. So that comma is in the 44th position. This actually has a pretty long street address. If I pull this down, this street address is fairly short, so it's in this, the first comma is in the 16th position in this string. Okay, the second thing that I need to do then is to find the second comma. So let's go ahead and do that. What I'm going to want to do again is use the find function. I'm going to again search for a comma. Well, that's all the same. Where do you want me to search? Still in the mailing address field. But now what I want to do is I want you to start the search right after this comma. So I'm going to say D2, because that's the location of my first comma, and I just want to add 1 to that. So that adding 1 just starts here at 44. It's going to go up to 45 here, and I want you to start the search for the second comma right here on this M. And it'll proceed up, and it should find that comma right there. So I'm going to start my search here where I left off with the first comma. And that's going to be 55. So this here is the 55th character in that string. Let's go ahead and pull this down, and this one, it's actually going to be the 27th character. Okay, so it started here on actually it started in position 17, and it kept going until it found this comma right here, which is in position 27. The last thing then is to go ahead and use the mid function. So here is to step 3 is to get the 2 characters after the second comma. So here I'm going to use equal mid. The first argument here is the field, so that's a little different than the find. The next argument is where do you want me to start grabbing the characters? So the mid allows me to just pull off characters in the middle of this character string. And I would like you to start that where the second comma was, okay, but just 1 up from that. So here's the second comma is in position 27. What I would like you to do is go to position 28 and then grab the next 2 characters. So start at the A here. I guess I'm here. Start at the A here and then pull the next 2 characters. So I'm going to go E2 plus 1. That's going to push me up from the second comma, and I want you to grab 2 characters. Okay? And that should pull off the state for me. Now that I have that, so we can check a few of these. If I highlight all of these and drag this down, okay, looks like it's pulling off the Alabamas. Let's go ahead and just move that over. Those are all Alabamas here, so that's looking good. We can go ahead and select all of those and double click in the lower right corner, and that's going to copy all those down for all of the fields here. Okay, so let's get down in here. This is the Californias. Let's just check some of these. So yep, this is California. These are all Californias here, so that looks like it's working correctly. Check down in the Minnesotas here. Looks like that's all working correctly. So this appears to be working correctly. One thing that you can do to make sure this is working correctly is to do a quick pivot table on this state field. Okay, so let's go ahead and just rename that the state. And then I would like to do a pivot table on that. I'll show you what this is going to do here. Go ahead and put that on a new sheet. I would like you to work with the state in the rows here. Let's go ahead and select state in the rows. And then I could do, actually I could just do a values with the state as well. And what I'm looking for here is, are all of the states identified here correctly? Looks like we have some other things in there like DC and maybe Guam and stuff, but it looks like I have all of the states here. So at least on the surface here, on a quick review, it looks like I was able to successfully pull off the state information here within that field. Okay. That does it then for this video on showing you how to split in a spreadsheet using the find and mid functions. Okay, have a good night.